This video is to provide a general overview of pavement basics. When we think of streets in great condition, we probably picture something similar to the images on the screen. These streets have an excellent rating on the Pavement Condition Index, or PCI. The PCI is an accepted 0 to 100 scale that indicates the type and severity of distresses observed on a pavement surface. While these streets appear ideal, upon closer examination, we begin to see the impacts from exposure to water, sun, air, and vehicular travel. Asphalt pavement is composed of aggregate and an asphalt binder. This binder is a semi-solid material that holds the rocks together. Think of it kind of like a very sticky and thick kid slime. Over time and exposure, the asphalt binder continues to harden and becomes brittle, losing contact with the aggregate that gives it strength. Polished aggregate, shown on the left, typically occurs from high vehicle traffic, shining the road surface and exposing the rocks. Minor cracking begins at this stage, usually within the first 3 years. Oxidation is the breakdown of the binder from exposure to air and sun, resulting in the loss of aggregate. Bleeding is often caused by higher air temperatures or heavy vehicle loads pulling the binder to the surface. Cracking and oxidation allow deeper penetration of the elements, speeding the failure of the pavement system, while polishing, bleeding, and pavement breakdowns also decrease safety by reducing the friction between vehicle tires and the surface. A very good rating may leave an impression of a near perfect street. At this level, minor rutting from car tires becomes visible. Isolated potholes become prevalent on the lower side of the scale, and the issues detailed for excellent roads become more obvious, and the loss of surface aggregate can reach over 50%. Currently, 53% of Overland Park roads fall in the excellent and very good categories. The need to keep a uniform solid pavement surface promotes the use of pavement preservation techniques. As cracks begin to occur on an excellent rating pavement, the use of crack sealing prevents further infiltration of water, which accelerates the failure of the pavement. With the loss of a solid top layer, surface treatments like chip seal and microsurfacing create a protective barrier and improve friction to reduce vehicle sliding. While pavement remains in excellent condition and very good ratings, these methods will increase the life of the pavement to over 50 years. If the pavement deteriorates further, it begins breaking down the layers that make up the system. Pavement is made up of several layers. The surface course is made from smaller stones to provide a smooth and silent ride. The base course provides the strength with larger rocks. This is laid over an aggregate base, which allows the water to drain away from the asphalt. And the final layer is the subbase, which is the compacted soil underneath the road bed. As the lower levels begin to fail, more elaborate methods are required to restore. Good rating PCI, between 55 and 69, is when the asphalt base course begins to fail. The road develops continuous longitudinal and transverse cracking. Surface aggregate loss can exceed 75%, and potholes may be 3 to 5 inches deep, and overall ride quality noticeably suffers. Pavement preservation techniques applied at higher levels can still be used to extend the pavement's life, but the effectiveness will be diminished. A surface treatment applied at an excellent or a very good level may extend the pavement for 7 to 12 years. But at this level, that same treatment will only provide another 4 to 8 years. At a fair rating, the asphalt layers are fully compromised, and the aggregate base and possibly subbase have begun to break down from water infiltration. The picture on your far left is an example of a base failure. The darker spots are where water is sitting within the pavement structure, weakening the asphalt, moving aggregate in the base, and eroding the soil in the subbase. Surface treatments are not very effective at this level. 40% of Overland Park streets are rated between good and fair. Once you reach below a 40 PCI, the asphalt pavement structure cannot be recovered. The subbase and aggregate base should be reset, and a new asphalt base and surface layers should be applied. 7% of Overland Park street network falls below a 40 PCI and requires a full rebuild. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the basics of pavement.